Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another MUT 16 video, here to do our first official team update of the year. Now, I know the game's been out for a little over a week, and for all my fans who enjoy my head-to-head gameplays, I apologize for the lack of those, but I've been building my team, getting them ready for some head-to-head games, and I think we're at a point here now in 85 overall where we're going to jump into some online games starting tomorrow. So let's go ahead and take a look at our first official team. Now here is the offense, and we're going to go over mostly every single position to start this thing out. So I did something that I've never really done in Ultimate Team, and I went with a pocket passer with Drew Brees at quarterback. It seems like, at least from just the solos I've played in Draft Champions, you need a guy who's very accurate when it comes to a quarterback, because if you try to make some throws that are down the field, some guys, some of those more mobile quarterbacks like Cam Newton are just not making those throws downfield, and they're throwing it out of bounds and throwing interceptions and throwing off their back foot. So I decided to go with Drew Brees. He has decent speed but great accuracy, and 88 overall. I got him for a pretty good price, around 45K, I believe. So Drew Brees is our quarterback. Now, if you saw yesterday's pack opening, you saw that I pulled a LeSean Mccoy, and no doubt I'm going with him as my starting halfback. I also have the Doritos version of LaDainian Tomlinson, 85 overall, so he's my backup. And then we threw CJ Spiller in there, so lots of different options at running back there. And I will probably mix and match a lot of these guys in the backfield. Couple two running back sets that I have in the Eagles playbook that I use. So going to be a lot of versatility in the backfield. Now, wide receiver, I'm going all gold here. I wanted to get some elites, but they're just so pricey right now. I wanted to get Demaryius Thomas because of his run blocking. You guys know I'm a huge fan of wide receivers that can run block. So we went with some gold guys. We got Kelvin Benjamin, who unfortunately probably will not get an upgrade card for a long time, but 6'5" wide receiver. We're going to play him on the outside. And then we also have Keenan Allen, a 6'2" receiver with pretty decent, actually no, I lied, they both don't have great speed. I like Keenan Allen and Kelvin Benjamin's catches, and Keenan's catching traffic and Benjamin's catching traffic are very, very important to me right now. I've noticed a lot of guys, football getting jarred loose when they get hit on contact, so I went some guys with a high catching traffic rating. And then Brandon Cooks, I've heard so many good things about him. He's been a beast for me in solo challenges, so we threw him in the slot. Great speed. I believe he has like 95 speed. 95 speed. He has a team captain, a Saints captain card out there that I've heard is just absolutely outrageous, but it's a very, very tough set to complete. So maybe one day we'll go after that, but those are my wide receivers for now. The offensive line, I think, came out really, really good. We got Jason Peters. I mostly went with run blocking, so we got Jason Peters as left tackle. Steve Hutchinson, my first legend of the year. Great run blocking. I pulled 3 legend badges, if you guys remember, in my legend pack opening over the weekend, and I pulled one of his collectibles. The rest of them were like 10 and 9K, so I thought it was certainly worth it. So we got a 92 overall left guard. Max Unger was the first elite that I pulled this year. Great run blocking as well for a center, so we got him starting. Brooks, I don't even know his first name. Brandon. I knew it was Brandon, but I didn't want to say it and be wrong. Brandon Brooks, great run blocking, probably one of the highest run blocking ratings for a right guard. Now, his pass blocking isn't great, so we'll have to kind of monitor that, but if I can run kind of to that inside between Unger and Brooks, we might be able to get some good holes there for Shady to get to the second level of defenses. And then Lane Johnson, it seems like right tackles this year, there's not really many great right tackles in the game, so we stuck with Lane Johnson. I'm going to be working on that Michael Kendricks captain set, so eventually I'll be collecting him into the set to get that Michael Kendricks, but for now, Lane Johnson from the Eagles will be my right tackle. And then tight end is certainly the next position I'm going to be upgrading. Right now, I'm going to roll with Delaney Walker, again, another good run-blocking tight end. I used him for most of MUT 15, and then Luke Wilson is my backup tight end. I'd love to go out and get Jimmy Graham or Rob Gronkowski, but we'll just have to wait and see how things go. And then switching on over to the defense, I'm doing something a little different this year. For the last 3 years, I've always run dual styles for my defense. I'm going to go with Zone D and Man D this year. I've usually been with man defense and run stuff, but we're going to try 2 defensive passing styles or chemistries this year. because people just like to air it out, man. Most of the time people are passing, so I figure let's try to cover ourselves with both zone D and man D. Linebackers, I was mostly looking at guys who can play good zone. Lavonte David, been a favorite of mine in Ultimate Team for a while, has great zone coverage, just great pursue, great everything, speed. He's a beast, let's just put it that way. 95 play rec, 98 pursue, 97 tackle. I think his zone is in the upper 80s. He has one of the highest zone ratings for a right outside linebacker. And I kind of went with the same logic for Thomas Davis. He had some great cards in Ultimate Team last year. So we pretty much did the same thing. He's not up to Lavonte David's caliber, which is very interesting because Thomas Davis is an 85 and David, I believe, he's an 85. I was looking at that 83 and got a little confused. And then we go with Kiko Alonso in the middle. Right now, he's just kind of a placeholder, but again, another good linebacker with good zone coverage, so he can kind of roam around. And I'll talk about why zone is very important to me for my middle linebackers right now in a moment. But again, we're going to be going for that Captain Kendricks card, so Kiko's part of that set, and once I finish it, he'll be replaced by Kiko, or by Kendricks. At safety, I went with Devin McCourty. Again, just been a favorite of mine in Ultimate Team for a while, for the last couple of years. Hopefully Ed Reed will make a return in this game so I can go out and get him. But for now, Devin McCourty's there. Great zone D, great speed. He's not that tall, and that worries me just a little bit, but I've seen him go up and make a lot of plays in the past, so hopefully he can continue to do it for me this year. And then we have probably one of everybody's favorites in Ultimate Team this year to start off, George Iloka from the Bengals, a 6'4" strong safety. I pulled him in a pack that I unfortunately was not recording, but it was a pack that I earned from solos, and it was a pretty good pull. I posted it on Twitter, so we got him at strong safety. And then up front, the front four, Fletcher Cox from the Eagles. We got Haloti Nada and Star Latulelei as defensive tackles. Got the big guys up front with good block shed ratings. And then I decided just to keep Jared Allen for now. They have him as an outside linebacker in this game. I'm putting him at left end because his specialty, in my opinion, is rushing the passer, so that's what we're going to have him do. Cornerbacks, I need to work on as well. I like them, but I don't like them. But we got the Patrick Peterson Playmaker Edition, 88 overall at cornerback number 1. I just found out this morning that September 25th, he's going to go down to a 70 overall. So he'll be my starting cornerback for the next couple weeks, and then when he goes down, we'll be getting rid of him. And then we have Xavier Rhodes, which I pulled in a promo pack, or one of the packs that I got right when the game started up. Just a tall outside cornerback. That's what we're going to need this year. 6'1". He has pretty good speed at 90, good zone coverage, good press coverage. Man coverage could be a little better, but we're going to roll for him right now. But cornerback and tight end are going to be my basically my areas where I want to upgrade. And then I went with Brent Grimes just because he's a little shorter. I didn't want to put him on the outside. We got him at cornerback number 3. But ideally, I would like to go with a guy who has better zone coverage in my nickel. Now, right now, Grimes only has an 88. There's some other guys out there like Brandon Flowers that might be better for my slot position. So, and the reason I said that, and with my linebackers playing zone, is basically because you're going to have to play a lot of two-man under this year so you don't get beat with the aggressive catch downfield, so you have safety help. But there's some nice plays in a lot of playbooks where it's man coverage on the outside, and then it's out of a nickel formation, so you have a two-man under with your safeties playing, the long ball, 2 guys on the outside playing man, and then you have your nickel corner and 2 of your linebackers playing zone. So that's why I'm going with kind of some zone heavy guys in the middle for my nickel corner, and then my 2 linebackers, and then my outside guys are going to play a lot of man, and my safeties will play a lot of zone. So that's the way I'm probably going to be playing defense. At least that's what I have in my head right now that I'm going to do, but we'll have to see how it plays out when we jump into some actual man or head-to-head games. So that is my team. Let me know what you think about it in the comments section. Now, as promised, I told you guys if you got yesterday's video, the pack opening video, to 200 likes, we drop another veteran bundle. So be on the lookout for that later today because we're going to open up another veteran bundle. I'm Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.